watch Levon playing his favorite line against the Spanish, where he keeps the pawn on d7. He looks to play the Marshall Gambit virtually whenever. And this also, if I'm not mistaken, goes back to the World Championship between Magnus and Sergei, where Magnus's black actually sacrificed a pawn in a line that went like this, where for the two bishops in an open position, black gets the two bishops in an open position with good compensation. Heavy trot theory in that game.
But the biggest surprise so far of the round is this opening in front of us, Karyakin versus Caruana.
Whoa!
We were.
Oh, it's not controversial at all. Draws suck, and the draw offer especially, it's got to go out the window. I wrote an article 14 years ago, in fact, called "The End of the Draw Offer," and I asked Levon yesterday when he said he thinks the draw offer should just simply go away. Had he read that article, and he said pointedly no, which just shows he's just a young guy, too young to remember the good old days. Well, 2003 was not so long ago, but Levon, speaking of Levon, he has played a move in his game that looks like it shocked Anand, because Anand did not anticipate this move. In this moment in the game, we see, after a long thought, Anand looked at the calculation and said, Marshall Gambit territory, let's take this pawn, and of course there are jumps for black like knight f4, which looks very appealing, and the engine said that's the best move. Put the knight on f4 and you get equality. According to the engines, that's virtually 0-0 to play knight f4. What did Levon do? And I mean instantly. He played knight f6 immediately. The engine are frowning on this move as worse than knight f4, but not only did he play it instantly, he got it from the board as soon as he played it. Took a quick glance at Anand, and you could see Anand trying to keep his equilibrium, but like that move, he must have been calculating everything but a knight retreat. So we'll see how this game goes. Is it still unbalanced or typical Marshall? Will it also end in a draw? We'll see as the game proceeds.
Wow, thank you, Maurice. That is a stunning retreat, knight f6. Because again, this is a position that's laden with lots of games in the database, and knight f4 is just a screamer, begging to be played, whereas this knight f6 move kind of begs the question, where's the compensation after either knight f3 or even knight f1, just preparing to develop the bishops? I wanted to go back to that
spectacular chess. He's been sacrificing pawns every single game, trying to get to his opponent's kings. And this is another one in which he does exactly just that, because after queen to f5, queen to e2, now he found this nice way of taking advantage of the fact that you placed your queen on e2 on this very, very unpleasant pin. And he immediately forced the move f3 with the move queen g6, attacking the pawn on g2. And after f3 found this nifty idea of playing bishop to d5. I'm trying to destroy your pawn structure with the move bishop takes b3 if you're going to allow me to do that. And if you take on d5, now my knight comes into the center, and we see why the queen on e2 is very, very badly placed, because now you have problems getting out of this pin. Black is already much, much better. So after bishop d5, Vichy has to go for a move such as c4, but unfortunately the bishop regroups on e6, attacking the pawn on h3 and preparing to play the move bishop f5, once again opening up the rook and attacking the pawn on d3. This is almost bad news for Vichy, and he's in a deep think right now.
But you're not ready to switch your vote. Switch your vote. You can do it right now. We'll allow it.
From
Bobby to the Bahamas.
Yeah, in terms
Both
of
of them.
where's the decisive result?
Both of them.
So black is good.
I think black is doing
Who's going to
quite
win first?
Ooh, Jennifer, pressing the issue.
I would say, I mean, it's difficult to say Levon is going to win. It's still objectively an equal position, but I feel he has the pressure over his opponent. The same with Fabi. Fabi has already a favorable position, favorable endgame, which is probably going to be on the board in a couple of moves. But I do think Levon has good chances of breaking through his opponent's defense. We know he's a vicious martial player.
Who's going to get the first confirmation prize of a go check yourself?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of check yourself.
That should be a prize. Like, you lose, you're the first loser in your test class. Oh, here you go.
Here's a t-shirt. Yeah, well, how about that pool? And again, you comments.
Oh, yeah,
We're having a lot of